Hi, all. This is Dr. Keys. I may look a little somber today, not sober, but somber. And that's because I've got some news for you about Rick Keys. So, I am Dr. Keys, and I am one of the smarter and more successful of the Keys family members. Keys, I will tell you, he wanted me to wear this for the so I Keys family, and I'm Dr. Keys. So, anyway, you all heard that Rick Keys apparently saw three live shows, late live shows in 1 week. He saw Celso Salim, he saw Samantha Fox and Eric Johansson, and he saw a Journey tribute band all in 1 week. And he said he was exhausted. So I came over here and checked him out. We did some tests, and sure enough, he was exhausted. But he's suffering from severe exhaustion right now, that Rick Keys guy. I think he's trying to do too much entertaining his audience. So I am going to suggest, well, by the way, I didn't say, but he did have a high level of alcohol in him. So anyway, we're thinking that may be related to the heavy drinking and the late night partying, listening to music with lovely ladies, that has got Rick Keys so exhausted. I don't know if I have that hat on right for doctor. Let me see here. No, that's not the correct way. There. Okay, so yes, Dr. Keys, and actually, he's in the hospital. So I thought that he just needed some rest. That's where he's going to be for maybe a day or two, or until I let him go. But he wanted me to fill in for his show because he is loyal to his audience. Not necessarily is the audience loyal to Rick Keys. Otherwise, there would be a hell of a lot more people on Rick Keys Music Caravan, Keyes, on Rick Keys Music Caravan on YouTube. You got to subscribe, then you can listen to this malarkey on a regular basis. So I am going to tell you what Rick Keys was working on and loading to his playlist before he, how shall we say, got too drunk and got too wasted and got strained currently because he didn't want to be there. He loves you guys so much. He loves he just wanted. So I'm here. Anyway, he did want me to mention to mention what was going on here in Oceanside. Really, this is very stressful for poor Ricky. So could be stress also. So you all know the story of me, Keys, and the truck and the teardrop. Well, let me explain it as far as Rick Keys told me. So anyway, in last week's show that the pink truck, or the pink flamingo truck, was swept into the ocean, and they were able to save the one pink flamingo because it had two that they found here free in Oceanside, California. Oh, hold on. I forgot. I'm Dr. Keys in Oceanside, California. All right. Okay. So now Dr. Keys is here. So anyway, they were able to get the pink flamingo out of the truck. Unfortunately, the truck is like rolling away and it's heading south or north. Not quite sure which direction, but it's in a current, and it's probably an Oceanside. It's coming from the north, so it's a southerly current. So if you're in Carlsbad, you may see that truck here soon. However, before that truck is so he's let's see if he can get into the truck. I don't know if Me Keys, Me Keys was formerly What Keys, and Me Keys, he's a binary. He's not sure if he's an American citizen. He's got the USA on, alien from outer space. He's not quite sure. By the butterflies are kind of wacky too. They are butterflies, and they actually think they might be birds or seagulls, so that's why they're flying around with them. So Rick, Miki is heading out to truck, see if he can get his credit cards back. And then what else going to? The city of Oceanside. The city of Oceanside made him move his teardrop even though he won that discrimination lawsuit against the city, he was able to move his teardrop. Let me see, that's south north. So he's the teardrops in northern Oceanside, probably near the Oceanside Harbor. So it's probably down there. They still haven't decided. You can see the Tiki Bar is still not open. The city's kind of funking with him, so he's not. That hasn't been open yet. Still closed. What else is going on? Oh, so anyway, I am Dr. Keys. So you know about Rick. He's in the hospital currently, and he said he would like to have an IV of THC, but I couldn't do that for him. And he's just relaxed, strapped down, and what else? Oh, so I was called in to see if I could actually save the other pink flamingo. Remember the pink flamingos? There was two of them. They're like twins, and one has its head decapitated, but they were calling themselves Weekies because there was two of them, but now there's only one, actually 1 3/4. So you can see that the pink flamingo that was going to be charged for vehicular manslaughter because it was drinking that Bud Light in that pink truck is looking over its buddy that appears dead. However, I am here because as you can't see that little Mickey's is actually taking on that cool wave the severed head of the other pink flamingo that's lying there, and he was going to bring that over here to me in a little bit. So see if I can reattach that. Okay, now let's go to the music that you're going to hear, or maybe hear. Rick Keys actually has a lot of great videos that he took while he was at Belly Up and at the Vault in Oceanside, and also at the winery where he probably had way too much wine. So he had Eric Johansson, who Rick Keys saw at Belly Up with Samantha Fish, The Deep and the Dirty. So apparently there's a song about that one on there, The Deep and the Dirty. Eric Johansson, he was great. And while Rick Keys was up there, he actually bought a CD. He's used to getting CDs for free, but there's some nasty music promoters out there that have blackballed Rick Keys for, I don't know, they say he's too conservative. I don't know exactly what's wrong with them. But anyway, then Eric Johansson, Rick Keys bought this one. It's called Below Sea Level. A lot of great songs on that one. What else did Rick Keys buy while he is at the Samantha Fish and Eric Johansson? Oh, by the way, I understand he's got some really good photos with not only Samantha, but Eric too. So to help, being the nice guy that Rick Keys is, trying to help artists, he actually bought a CD, a brand new one. This is the 2023 release of Samantha Fish and Jesse Dayton. Not sure who Jesse Dayton is. You certainly know who Samantha Fish is. Death Wish Blues. So that's their 2023 release. And Rick Keys was playing some music from when Samantha Fish was with a different record label. She had this great album called Bells of the West. Oh, no, not Bells. Belle of the West, Samantha Fish. So actually, Rick Keys on maybe 2 or 3 from this album, which is really hot. He downloaded one of those. By the way, speaking of downloading, Rick Keys is having trouble downloading the great videos he took of Samantha and all these other people onto his YouTube site so more people could enjoy it on YouTube. But he's not really sure how to do it. And even though I am a doctor, I'm not sure how to do it either. So if there's any like kindergartner, it's hard to say, kindergartner, we used to always call it kindergarten, kindergarten out there, our garden, to download videos to YouTube, someone Rick Keys somehow or another one way. Okay, so and then here's another new release. Rick Keys happened to find this gentleman on the Roots Music Report chart that we all know about, if you're a loyal listening audience member. Guitar Jack Wargo. His new release is The New Normal. It was actually on the RMR chart. And then he sent me another one. Thank you. That's how it's supposed to work. artists and musicians and promoters out there. Rick Keys just wants to hear your music and play it. And if he likes it, he'll play it on his show, the Rick Keys Music Caravan. And there's a whole playlist. There's like hours, well, years of music on that Rick Keys Music Caravan playlist. There's several of them. All right. So anyway, Jack, being the nice guy he was, he sent 2 free CDs. Rick Keys didn't have to buy them. Guitar Jack Wargo, Till the Money's Gone. That's pretty much where Rick Keys is at right now. He's trying not to spend any money, but he still has some left. That's Guitar Jack Wargo. You're going to hear some songs from that. And then my buddy, not my buddy, Rick Keys' buddy, Celso Salim, who Rick Keys engineered to get to play at the Vault in Oceanside, California. Celso Salim actually gave this one to Rick Keys also. Well, he should, because Rick Keys paid a lot of money to get this this cool guy down there in his band. And they were, I've heard, they're absolutely wonderful. Okay, so Celso Salim Band, To the End of Time. Okay, so that's what you're going to hear. Rick Keys, as I said, he's still, we got him strapped down. What can I say? He's like out of his mind. He wants to serve his audience and be here, and he's just not capable at the moment. He did have, as I mentioned, he did have a high alcohol content in it, so it may take 2-3 days to get all that booze out of Rick Keys. So you know how to listen to the Rick Keys Music Caravan. I am Dr. Keys. Hopefully I can doctor your music woes. But anyway, the Rick Keys family, I am part of that family, one of the more intelligent ones in the family. What else? And then, when you get to YouTube, subscribe. Once you subscribe, there's a bell that brings Rick Keys and his family, like me, Dr. Keys, me Keys, who else we got down there, and we Keys minus 1/4. Anyway, so then there's and got the butterfly keys too. We haven't found a name for them. Okay, so once you do that, the bell, then there's a like dislike. When you don't want to dislike it, that hurts Rick. You don't want to hurt Rick. He's already hurting enough. He's exhausted, so don't exhaust him more. And then also, there's a thumb icon. Make sure you press that thumb icon. That helps spread the good news of Rick Keys Music Caravan with all his family all over the world, via the ocean, the seas, the rivers, whatever. And then last but not least, you can get the Rick Keys Music Caravan. That's how you spell it, not Keys. If you put in Keys, you may get a porno site. I know, because I accidentally did. And then Rick Keys Music Caravan on Facebook or Meta, whatever. And you like, anyway, stay tuned. I know most of you silly football, but Rick Keys is not, because to watch TV. Stay tuned. Rick Keys Music Caravan coming straight to you. Doctor, give me the news. Good. Okay, end stream. Did we end it? No, we didn't. Cancel. Hopefully you didn't hear all that, but I was actually trying to end the show. But as I said, doctor, give me the news. Lots of great blues